fire signs to your collective energy reading for May for your chakras. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you. Welcome, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, and Capricorn, Aquarius. Hope you guys are having a great day. And for those mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you. Oh, before we get started, I want to let you know what I got for Mother's Day was this new Arcanian tarot deck along with the Thoth deck. Ooh, my son just loves me. But today we're only going to be using the Arcanian deck. I haven't gotten the other ones warmed up yet, so very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, guys. Let's get in here and see what is going on with you, my friends. We have indecision coming out. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life, using that third eye chakra coming out with all those beautiful purples. And this is going to really keep you stable and keep that vitality really going. And also keeping those natural instincts going as well. So we have the natural instincts versus the intuition. Ooh. Because the natural instincts are coming from the root chakra, which is all the red. And this is located at the base of your spine and your hips. So that's where the natural instincts comes from. So once you actually, really bringing in the natural instincts versus the intuition, you are literally stable. And we see the blue in there inside the card. In the middle, the blue is for the communication and the creativity, really bringing that in. And then we can see the little bit of orange coming through, which is saying, this is where I'm going to get my desires going. Those are the things I want, right? So once I use my natural instincts, which is, your natural instincts say, I have to have food. I have to eat. I need water. I need shelter, right? I need sleep. Those are natural instincts that we all have. Natural instincts is also what animals have, So using those natural instincts of the root chakra is very important, right? Then bringing that into with your intuition, this is where you get all the aspects of life. Now you're going to say intuitively, right? I already know naturally I have to eat, sleep, this, that, right? But now I can use my intuition and say, how can I build these things and be very creative to get the desires that I want, right? So you're saying, if I want shelter, but I want a new house, and I want something bigger because I have to have a house, intuitively, how am I going to do such a thing, right? This is where you can start manifesting. Your intuition comes up. You said that I can do this, I can do that, and then really get creative with it. And the more that you're creative, you're putting that energy out into the universe, because we create what we think, what we say, right? That's why words and thoughts are very powerful. Words are more powerful, of course, than thoughts because of the vibration, right? But instead of being an indecision, you get to bring all these things together and say, but this is the way it has to be. This is what I really want. How am I going to do this? Right? Yeah, listening. You're creative. There you are. Listening to your higher self. Listening to your intuition. Bringing in those creative thoughts, those creative ideas, those creative dreams, and then using the intuition to go get what you want. Because you figure you're already going to use your analytical mind anyways. That's just your regular mind, right? And your regular mind goes on your natural instincts, right? Because, we know we need to eat, right? So, so when we're using our intuition, we're creating bigger, better projects, understanding more things. If I'm in indecision about which way I'm going to go, I need to sit, listen to my higher self, listen to my intuition, and say, this is how I'm going to accomplish these things. So what do you need to release? It's asking you, sometimes we need to release things to make room for the new. Are you holding on to too much garbage, too much clutter, too much? A lot of it is even maybe just listening to your higher intuition. Maybe you have too much clutter and garbage in your mind. I need to release all of this so that I can allow my intuition to come through. I need to release the stress. I need to release the negative energy that I can't do this, I can't do that, or I can't have this, I can't have that. Once you release those things, your intuition will come through. and say, let's start dreaming about bigger dreams. The moon is the card of dreams, just like the star, right? And the moon is also your intuition, bringing that together, right? This is where we start dreaming and start using our intuition to dream bigger dreams. Becoming the shark, lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. Using that intuition that you have, start saying, I can have these things. Don't let it be such an indecision that it keeps you at a crossroads. The indecision for me feels a crossroads. The crossroads between what it is I truly need and what I want. And in actuality, when we use our intuition, we can find out we can have both. It's just about keeping balance within ourselves and the understanding. Bringing in a transformation. I am joyously centered. That's what you're doing, centering yourself. And safe as wonderful changes occur around me. There's that moon again. Bringing in that intuition for this change. Bringing in this new growth of understanding. And it's also the growth of understanding of how you're using your intuition really with the wants, right? And what I have to haves. The have to haves are the root chakra. Those are the natural instincts. Like I said, I have to have water. I have to have food. You know, some way or another, I have to have shelter. Natural animal instincts. Okay. I mean, you've got to figure even the coyote and the wolf will build a den, right? For shelter. The jaguar sleeps in a tree for shelter. So, you know, everything has this. Now you're just going to say, now what do I want that goes with what I have to have? Okay, guys, let's go. Bringing beautiful balance. And using these beautiful Arcanian cards over here, I will make sure that I show every one of these cards. I don't think I've even seen these cards online. Of course, I don't watch tons of tarot, so they could be out there somewhere. I don't know. I watch a few people, but not a lot. So, but my son, he always has this way of finding super different cards, right? Okay, guys, let's go. Which is a good thing, though. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Two beautiful. Got a major arcana coming out with the Ten of Cups. You got the Justice. Wanting my Ten of Cups. Wanting what it is I want for the divine love, for all of the things that I need in life. Wanting that rainbow blessing. You have the bird up here for the freedom. And saying that everything that I'm doing is bringing my life into balance. It's justified and it has to be fair to myself. And that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about bringing things into balance, right? As we're changing to bring balance, centering myself, bringing in the balance between the root chakra and the what? And the intuition. So that you're not in indecision, so that you're not pulled in two different directions or sitting at a crossroads trying to figure out how am I going to get this Ten of Cups. So really being truthful about the situation. This is where the truth brings the clarity. So what do you need to release? Anything that's not truthful, anything that feels unjustified, anything that makes you feel like it's unfair. Just having stress in itself and knowing that my worry is unfair to me to worry so much. I need to get intuitive to figure this out. Giving myself the relaxation, the peace of mind, so that I can find the inner truth within the situation, take off my blindfold. Because there is a way that I know I can jump. So it's the unfairity of whatever it is within your life that you know that you need the justice from, you need the transformation from. If you know that there's a person that you're holding on to that's keeping you back from your Ten of Cups, keeping you away from the divine love, keeping you away from what your true happiness is, what your true pleasure is, then you know you need to release that person. You know, I don't even care if it's a friend. I don't care if it's a loved one. You know they cannot be there, and you need to release that to make room for true love, true happiness, and true justification for yourself. We need to justify. We need to keep things fair for our lives. Once we know where we're going and we put ourselves first, and it's not a selfish thing, it's what we have to do. We came into this world alone. We're going to die alone. When you go into the other world, you're not taking anyone with you. Okay? This isn't Romeo and Juliet. Okay? This is reality. Reality says, I came in here naked. And you know, it's funny because when you were naked, you weren't afraid. You were ready to bounce. You were hungry, right? You were hungry. You were thirsty, however, right? Hungry, thirsty, whatever. Probably hungry. You were hungry. You were ready to roll. Your mind was a sponge. You're ready to grow. You're ready to learn. As we get older, we start becoming more dependent on thinking that we are here for others. We are not here for others until we take care of ourselves first. We do not take care of our needs and our wants first. We cannot take care of others. If you're not in the right state and mind to be helping yourself and doing things, you're not really much good for anyone else. And if somebody is keeping you back and keeping you away from your true love, then how are you going to love yourself and be able to give back 100 to another person? And a lot of people do, though. They do because they have that strength, right? I mean, I will tell you right now that that earth sign piece of you is going to try its hardest to still try to nurture, even when you don't feel good. But, problem is, it's not going to be 100% correct because they're going to know you're low energy. They're going to know there's something up, right? So you have to get to what you need to release so that you get into release your 5 of Wands. It's just going to come up in the upside down piece over here, and that's fine. I'll just leave it there. If it wants to come up upside down, that's fine. Because all it is the worries and the doubts, and it's pretty much saying once your worries and doubt, once the worries and doubts are over, here comes the transformation. You become the magician. You start listening. You start creating what it is you truly want. Keeping yourself centered and balanced within your chakras. Your chakras are your little energy mechanisms that get what we need, what we have to have to survive. What makes us human. It's our energy source. Kind of like the core of the universe or the core of the earth has its own little, right? It's its own little chakra in there. Just keeping everything going. Everything has a chakra. Even the earth has pinpoint chakras. You can actually look that up. Because that's what keeps the earth magnetized. That's what keeps the earth in its elements. So with the 5 of Wands upside down, is just saying once you get rid of that, you can become your own magician. You hold the magic within yourself. You have the magic to create as you are listening. So, yeah, I like the way this book says it, guys. This one says, it's the end of an attack. Vindication. The traitor exposed. I love it. The end of an attack. I actually love it because it's kind of like the end of your own attack. You attacking yourself. You finding your own truth. It's kind of funny. Every card's, it's like we know what they mean. It just always intrigues me sometimes. Like, how are they going to write it for this one, right? We know what it is, but because I like to look it up. But the magician, we know exactly what it is. You hold the magic, you take the action to control your transformation, to control yourself, and you become the shark. You become powerful as you go, having the star. Absolutely. The hope and the faith comes back. You are your own shining star. You see everything. You hold the key. That's when your wishes and your dreams start coming together. That's when you have the star. And it's kind of funny. I see right here with these two together, star magic. You have the star magic. creating your own destiny, creating who you want to be, having your own transformation, growing in the direction you want to grow in. And that's the truth. In this case, no one now is, after the attack is over, we'll just use that. After the attack is over, you put yourself in your own destiny, choosing your own path, right? Release that fear, release any of those anxieties, or like I said, anybody who maybe you felt you were under attack from. Whether it's person, place, or thoughts. Yeah, now you have the world coming in because I create my own world. And you're creating your own world, and you have the Ace of Pentacles coming in. This is where it becomes stable, steady, grounded, really working on the root chakra now, right? Now that's where the root chakra and everything gets to come together because now I've stabilized myself. I know where I am. I know what I want. I said I wanted the Ten of Cups. I want the Ten of Cups. And not only that, I get the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Right? Because now I get all the rewards, all the blessings. This is where this success and the achievements really come together for what you are manifesting, what you really truly desire. Now that you can actually really open up, get your truth going, get your chakras really moving strong. As I always think of them as like little wheels, right? Little wheels. You oil them up, guys. Get them going. That positivity oils them up and it makes them run real smooth. And it makes your aura very good as well. Because that centerpiece of your chakra is where your aura is coming from, right? You have one color of your aura which stays with you most of your life, but then all the other colors coming off is saying, how well are your wheels going, right? How well are your wheels? Because those to me remind me of, that's kind of like the mood ring scenario. And serious it is. The chakras within you is like the mood ring. You put on the mood ring, and it tells you what mood you're in. Well, that'll tell you which chakra's really going on, right? And those who can see auras will let you know the same thing. You know what? You have this color that surrounds you, but right now, you really need to get that heart open, right? I need to see some greens coming in. I need to see this. I need to see that. Because you're a very powerful being. And I keep getting the Ten of Wands no matter what. I've shuffled like 3 times, so, and this is the same card that keeps coming out. So it's definitely saying, you know what, once you get past, the Ten of Wands, you're going to have that Ace of Pentacles. It's all about, what's holding you back, and how you feel like, I carry all the burdens. And once all the burdens are gone, right, I mean, you're just definitely going to have that Ten of Pentacles. You know how, powerful you are. Overall message for the reading is the King of Pentacles. Standing in your power, knowing where your place is, knowing your strengths. Right? And now you have the Ace of Wands as well. So passionate about moving into your desires and your dreams, knowing exactly where it is. I love the moon in this card because it is definitely, once again, we have 3 moons. Whoa, now you got more than 3. You have 1 on the Magician, 1 in this card, Release. Oh, 1 in the Queen of Cups. And I thought, we seen another one. Oh, yeah, we did, on the Transformation. So, yeah, you got a lot of moons over here, which is saying this is where your dreams and desires are going, and your intuition is sparking, which I love, because the moon is all about the mystery of the dream and the desire, the intuition, right? The digging deep and reflecting into oneself of how we want to move, how we want to go, where we're going, and you're saying, I get it, right? My intuitiveness is open. I am listening. I am the shark. I know who I am. I'm a powerful being, and I have the Ace of Wands, which is now on because of the strength over here, having a lot of fire coming in, saying this is where my strengths are, and I am very passionate about going and doing what it is that I really need, getting the 9 of Cups. Wow. Which then is going to lead you to the 3 of Wands. So you're really bringing a lot of fire over here, right? As you're becoming this King of Pentacles. And that's the overall card, is the King of Pentacles. Once I become the King of Pentacles, and I understand my wealth, my success, and I'm holding tight to these prosperities, it's building the strength within me to go for the Ace of Wands, for the Knight of Cups of what I want now, because I will rebuild again. And then the Three of Wands says, and I know what direction I'm going to progress in. I know this is the area I can keep going strong in, and no one can tell me anything different from that. Because once you're in the knowing, guys, you know it, you can do it, right? Of course, you're always going to run into 10 of Wands. Of course, you're always going to run into somebody who wants to take your thunder or wants to attack you or have thoughts, right? But then you can just say, you know what? I remember how to do this before. So it's like the learning lesson. We learn it. Sometimes we get attacked again. And then we have to sit down, think about, how did I do that before? I know I can do this, and we'll transform again through the new cycles, because everything in life is always going to be something that wants to, hurt us. Of course, attack us, stress. Something's always going to go awry. So all it is just maintaining, how did I do that before? Oh, that's right. I sat down. I listened to my intuition. I did this. I balanced everything out. I thought about it, not only analytically, but got into my intuition to figure out how to jump, and then figured out, what do I release? How do I release this to make everything fine? And then coming up with the answers, right? And some answers are not going to be as easy as as others. It's going to take time, right? I know we lay out the cards, it makes it sound like it's going to go away like so fast, and it's going to all be so easy. No, nobody said it was easy. We said, here's the idea of how to do so. Right? Yeah, it could take 2-3 weeks to get to the point, right? Time is fluid. Everybody's ideas will be different. Yeah, we wish we could just sit down and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that right now, and it'll be done in an hour. No. It's a process that takes time, but it's the understanding of how do we get out of, yes, the Eight of Swords. Absolutely. Oh, man. Just a beautiful reading, my friends. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.